Hello, welcome back to the channel. I went shopping yesterday at Michael's, so I thought we could do a little haul today. The first item is these little stamps. I got little wooden stamps. I actually already tried them out yesterday. I started putting it on my packaging and it turned out like really cute. I got a pigment ink pad to go with it and I just colored them in, which I thought would be fun with little pencil crayons. I tried some markers, but the pencil crayons actually showed up a little bit better. And then the other thing that I found that I haven't done in a very long time is I used to do my own like carving and printmaking. And I thought it'd be really fun to try making my own stamps again. So I got one of these little carving blocks and I thought I could cut them up into little, put my logo on one of them or some cute sayings, or if I have like a specific collection that I'm doing, I could make my own stamps. And I already have the carving tools anyway, so I thought I'd grab a printing block again, which would be fun. And then I got a bunch of polymer clay stuff. So the first ones I got were the liquid polymer clays. So I got a bunch of the clear, transparent liquid Sculpies. I got a bunch of those, which I like to use for some of my earrings. So when I'm making like icing and stuff, I'll mix it with the harder clay to kind of like mix the colors, or I'll make like glazes. So if I'm doing like peanut butter and like jelly, I'll use it for the jelly. And then I also got some more gloss glaze. That's just to glaze the top of my earrings that I make. And I use that a lot because it keeps them a little bit fresh. And then I've got some bigger ones. So I grabbed some more white clay. And then I also grabbed the translucent clay, both super big packs because I use a lot of that clay in my work. I got a few of these Sculpey Primo ones. That's the one I use, a Sculpey Primo. And I got a bunch of different colors. So I've got, this one is the cadmium red hue. And then I've also got the ultramarine blue, just some primary colors. And then I also got the cadmium yellow. And then I love green. And I actually saw this like wasabi green, so I had to get that. And then I also really love using this bright green pearl one. It just has like a really nice shine inside of it. So I have to keep this in stock. I really love that one. Just a few regular colors. And then the other things that I got are, I needed more of these stainless steel eye pins. I use these for putting into my earrings. I kind of like cut off the end and like hook it around, and then it helps for attaching it to the actual earring. Well, for me, my video cut out, so let's try that section again. Now we're going to talk about the fish hook wires. So this is just the hooky part you put on the earrings that goes through. I wanted to get some clip-on ones, I think, at some point. I think it'd be really cool to be able to like offer different styles. And then I've had a few people ask for hoop earrings as well. So I want to be able to offer different clasps at some point. And then, oh, I guess I was almost done. I just have the Princeton brush. So I got these Princeton Velvet Touch liner brushes. I already have a bunch of the Princeton Velvet Touch brushes. It's one of my favorite brands other than the Seneca brushes. That's the other type of brush that I really like, but I find the liner brushes from the Princeton Velvet Touch line, I know it says like watercolor on here, but they're actually really good for oil paints as well, and I find they hold up really well to oil paints as long as you don't get any paint in like the ferrule part where the glue attaches the bristles. Then you're pretty good as long as you're cleaning your brushes, which I try to clean my brushes after every single use, so then that doesn't happen, and they've all lasted really long. I wanted to show you guys the earrings that I made for my collection so you can kind of see what I use some of this stuff for. So the first one in my Sweet Nostalgia collection is these Sour Suckers, or the Sour Keys. And I based this collection off of you know, going to the corner store as a kid and getting 5-cent candies and being so excited, going in there with like a little paper bag and like getting all the candies. It brings back so many childhood memories, and these sour suckers were definitely one of the ones that I got all the time. And then the other ones that I got all the time were these ones were kind of more sweet. The little texture on these too, a lot of people keep asking me how I make the texture. I actually use this right here. It's the Decorative Filler by Ashland. It's from Michael's as well. And it's really just like white craft sand or decorative sand that you get. It works super well. And the next one in the collection, which I actually had these in my shop before, these are the little watermelon candies, and they're another favorite of mine, and they were the first ones that made me like, yeah, I should make a candy collection at some point. That would be really fun. And then I of course had to add these are the sour Skittles. And I didn't just want to have like one Skittle. I feel like you needed the whole rainbow, you know, like taste the rainbow. So I wanted to make these like really pretty dangle ones. And I love how I am able to make these custom backing cards, because then I can have different sizes. So I've got this other one that's a little bit different, and then I've got these smaller sizes. And then these last ones here seem to be the favorite. I posted them over on my TikTok, and everyone decided to rename them into Gay Bacon, which honestly, I love the name. It's a great name. I used to get so many of these as a kid. They are so delicious. Probably add some more candy to the collection. I feel like this could just be my whole brand now, is just candy and like fun things as a kid, because I feel like my art tends to gravitate towards that way. I'll put some of my paintings and stuff on the screen, because I started these accounts to do oil painting because I really wanted to learn oil painting like 3 years ago. Yeah, it mostly turned into just painting food. So a lot of my paintings are focused on some of my favorite foods or fruits and vegetables that I really love, and the texture in all of the different foods. But anyway, I hope you guys liked today's video. If you want more hauls like this, let me know. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe. And until next time, keep creating and stay true to yourself.